there, peeps, and Celine here, and welcome to another chapter of Elyasia Arc 0. Now, I'm only doing this once a day after I already. Well, before I start recording the game. I don't even have the game open, to tell you the truth. Which I can close that, don't need that open. Also, I am using a new browser. You probably noticed it in the last chapter. But Foxfire was acting up so much that I had to switch over to this browser, which is similar to Google Chrome. I can't even pronounce it. It's Opera. And I happen to like it. Hold on, I gotta do this because my glasses were getting to me. Alright, now before I start reading, I do have a question for you guys. Would you guys like it if I did a live stream one night instead of recording a game or the 6 videos for that game? I do a live stream that night and I basically draw the characters for this story as well as answer any questions you guys may have and such, because I do want to add more I want to draw while writing the story. Therefore, I'm thinking if you guys are actually okay with it, once a month I'll do a I just realized my cam is backwards. Huh. It's fine. It's different on the... I got it on different settings. It's... scene settings. I'm currently on my blog setting. So, there's that. But, let's actually start reading. Which, guys, this is also... It's supposed to help me with my pronunciation, because I do have a speech impediment. So this series is supposed to help me with my speech impediment. And hopefully get new ideas for future one-shots and sections or chapters. Which I do plan on doing, reading the one-shots that are canon to the story. Ones that aren't canon, that are just written just for character growth, I probably won't read them unless you guys actually would like them to be read. I will not be reading anything that's higher than, anything with a sexual scene. I will not be reading it. I'll be skipping over the sexual scene. If the sexual scene is in a chapter, I'm just going to skip over that section because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be canon, or it's not going to be a major part. So I'll just skip over the sexual part and move on. Even though my channel is set for adults, I don't want to read out anything that would be too much for you guys. Anyways, let's start reading. It was a peaceful day after 2 weeks of rainstorms, hinting that there's nature. Well, yeah. Like I said in the last video, the last well, yeah, I'm going to say video because this is a series. In the last video, I did mention how Elysia's the whole realm gets different nature effects. Like winter would be snow, which the northern lands will get the snowfall first, and then the southern land will get it last. Because the way I have it is it starts in the north and travels south. So within the 2 weeks of rainfall, it would have already ended in the northern lands by the time it ends in the southern lands, if that makes any sense. Just like if it snows, it'll snow in like November. Okay, they're playing. It'll start snowing in November for the northern lands. And by the time it gets to the southern lands, it'll be December. Which, yes, I'm not using our month system. I'm using a custom month system. Which I think I explained that all in one video or another. I don't know. But, Kira was outside studying in the left garden. Laura, her sister, was with her studying as well. The sisters talked to their mages into allowing them to study together once in a while. But it was rare as the years passed. This was one of the rare days. I think I meant to come across with, as the years passed, it got rarer that they would be able to do it. Because as they got older, they got more busy. Sis, just how many did you read in your library? Kira asked as she finished her book and closed it. I read all of them. Rain is trying to get me some more books. Lyra replied, closing her book. The blonde sister blinked, then looked at her younger sister. Really? She knew her sister was a bookworm, but didn't know just how bad. The dark-haired sister nodded. Yes, Max read them with me. Kira giggled softly. Your dragon reads with you, as my dragon allows me to do whatever I want. Only because you like to piss him off, princess, said a voice from behind the sisters. They looked and saw their mages with their dragons. It's not my fault that Kira, whatever, it's so easy to get mad. Actually, I think it would be, mad should be anger. Easy to get angered. Easy to get mad. They make sense to me, both, so, I don't know. I'm not coming back and editing it, so it's not a major problem. Which, let me pause right there. Yeah, I'll leave my mouse there so we know where I'm at. If I come back and edit a chapter, I will not reread that chapter. I will, however, make a note saying what changes I did to what chapter, and then I will do a blog video listing every single change in that arc. Unless it's a very big arc, then it will probably be two videos. Because Arc 0 is only 10 chapters. And so far, only one shot that goes with the arc. There's I know I'm right here. That one's not written yet. See, I would have to read or I don't have to read these two, because they're not this type of one shot. But just for fun and because they're cute and innocent, one shots, I'll read them. Because this one introduces Nell to the story. This introduces Rose and adds more lore to the Ram and why her father knows more than what he lets off. And I think it hints at I think it gets depth about her. No, I don't think Senta is mentioned in it. I don't know. We'll when we get there, we'll get there. Cuz I'm going to read this before I do chapter this one. Cuz this one is at a certain point in the story. Basically when Soren comes back, but that's not the point. Moving on. The black dragon gave a low growl as Max sighed lightly, which made June giggle softly, and Rain to shake her head. Sis, you like pissing off your dragon? I can't help it. He is cute when he's pissed off, and he pins June a lot more, which gets me out of. Kira stopped as she felt something off. She looked around, trying to find what gave her the feeling of an off feeling, or was giving her an off feeling, other than the fact that June was blushing and he was death glaring. Yeah, I don't mention that, but you can tell he's death glaring with probably a little blush as she's blushing to death. Lyra watched her sister then felt something off as well. But what was the feeling? She didn't know. Kira stood up and looked around the garden. Where? She murmured to herself. The mages looked at the princesses, then each other. They didn't feel anything out of the normal. So neither of the mages watched. So both of the mages watched the young females without knowing what they could do. I have a hard time pronouncing that name. I know how to spell U. Or I pronounce Yoon, which is the same spelling as up with a U. You take the U off and put a K, and I can't pronounce it. What the frick is up with my speech impediment? Whatever. The black dragon, on the other hand, felt it. It's a fox demon. He let out a low growl. A flashback. Many years earlier. In the human realm. Yeah, I know, I'm doing different, I'm doing it in different tones, but I don't mean to. I'm not a voice actor. So don't come at me. Okay. Two young girls sat in the back of a huge old building, which was the orphanage that their mother left them in. Yet, they didn't mind. The lady running the building was really nice and didn't seem to mind just how odd the girls were. I do want to do a one shot that gets more in depth about that. Like their early years before coming to Elyasia. Just why were they in the park by themselves? Why weren't they at the orphanage? Okay. One day the girls were in the back of the orphanage reading a book when the oldest of the sisters felt something. Something or someone had their eyes on them. She looked around only to see nothing. The younger sister stared at her sister. Kira, what is it? Kira sighed softly. Nothing, Lyra. Felt eyes on us. Lyra blinked. I really need someone to come back and rewrite some of these sentences for me. Turn these into actual paragraphs. Okay. Wait. Lyra blinked lightly, then looked out at the forest in front of them. She tilted her head as she locked eyes with the silver fox. You mean that fox? Kira blinked a bit, then followed her sister's stare, only to lock eyes with the fox as well. How long? Seems like 2 hours? The blonde sister blinked, then looked down at her younger sister. You knew he was there? The dark-haired sister nodded and went back to her book. Yes, it was weird. Yes, the younger sister is that weird. Kira sighed, then smiled as she got an idea. I really need to rewrite that sentence, but whatever. I'm going to see if I could pet him. Alright. She stuck her tongue out at Lyra, then walked over to the tree line, just outside of the forest. When she got there, she sent the fox a soft smile. The silver-furred fox watched the girls for a while, finding them interesting in the realm. He didn't move or take his gray eyes off the blonde girl when she walked over to the tree line in front of him, or in front of where he sat. At first, he was taken back by her smile, but soon moved from his spot, moving slowly closer to the young girl. Or the young child, whatever. Once he was in front of her, she raised her left hand and slowly reached over to pet him. He got the idea of what she wanted and met her halfway by pressing his head gently against her hand. She blinked at his actions, then smiled as she gently ran her hand over his soft fur. I so love foxes now, she said with a soft giggle and a flashback. So, yeah, because of that silver fox, she literally fell in love with foxes from that one reaction. Oh, wait. He's showing up. But yeah, that was a backflash of introducing this certain fox. Kira looked around thinking, Lyra, since you were able to spot him before, do you think you could do it again? Lyra sighed as she stood up. She patted her dress softly before looking around at the trees. Her light blue eyes scanned the tree lines before stopping, just before her eyes locked over to the gray ones, or his gray ones. He's over there, she said, pointing right at him, making him flinch lightly. Before Kira could move, Yoon... Why did I call him Yoon? Whatever. The black dragon disappeared and soon reappeared with a growling, pissed off silver fox. Don't hurt him, Kira said as she went over to the males. She gently touched the cheek fur of the fox's face and got him to stop growling. I wasn't planning on hurting him. The dragon dropped the fox and walked off, muttering to himself. He really hated guarding that girl, but until she got her own guards, he was stuck. The fox sat up and shook his head after being dropped. Stupid dragon, he muttered quietly to himself. He then blinked when the blonde princess knelt in front of him. Are you alright? She asked softly. He looked away. He didn't even know what it is about her, but he felt pulled to her. He felt a pull to her. That makes more sense, and I'm probably not going to remember to edit that. Lyra's side stood up. Says, I'm going to your library. Kira looked over and nodded. Alright, Maxie should know where it is, she said with a soft giggle, which got the fox to look back at her. The blue dragon nodded as he and the dark-haired princess went inside, leaving the two mages to watch over the blonde princess and the unknown fox. I'm Kira. The fox eyed her, the first princess of the southern lands. She nodded and smiled. Yep. Akito is my name, he said, looking away. She blinked a bit, then giggled with a soft blush. Akito is a cute name. And that is chapter 4. God, there's so many spelling errors or grammar errors as the cats play behind me. Okay. The characters in this chapter. Well, the newest character is Akito, which is a fox demon. Wow, my PC's being nice today. And it's her first, one. And yes, it is Toma. But yeah, not much is known about Akito's past. What is known is that he's been watching Lyra and Kira since they've been born. So, yeah. Gray or purple shade colored eyes. Can change between the two colors. Oh, it's because his eye color keeps changing. Because in the anime, it's purplish gray. But see, that one looks really purple. And then it looks, well, these are, doesn't work. See, some look like really purple. This one looks like gray. Grayish. As this way that moves, looks really purple. So that's why I put gray as the main ones, because I'm pretty sure in its fox form, his eye color is grayish. I don't know. He doesn't like kids on his tail, and he had... Oh. I make him an asshole, by the way. He actually made his youngest daughter terrified of dragons, for one thing, because he really does not like the black dragon. And unintentionally, he actually terrified or scared her of foxes. Now, here's the funny part. Her mother's first guard... Well, why am I doing this? Her mother's first guard was a fox. Her youngest daughter... Now, she's the oldest. Her youngest daughter's first guard / knight is a fox. Of course, the second one is a wolf demon that he hates. She doesn't get a wolf until right here. Because she gets a time demon, a fire demon, a mage, a two dog demons, and then a wolf. And then her mother gets a blood mage slash, well, it's a blood demon that uses blood for his magic, or any blood for magic. He's a blood mage, so we'll go with, leave that up for whatever. So the mother gets a fox, a wolf, and a mage. The daughter gets a fox, time, fire, mage, dog, wolf, dragon. Oh, that's gonna be a funny one, a funny chapter, because she has a fear of foxes and dragons. He's getting her over her fear. So Cinta is actually working with her with the fox, getting over the fox problem. But like her father, he does not like sharing her. But he has to share. So he has to share her so much. He only had 2 to deal with. He has so many to deal with. But she mates with him. She mates with her mage. He has a mate. He's single. Single. These 2 are single. He has a girlfriend. She is low-key mate to him. So these 2 are single. She gets with him. Kai's gay. He's single. Single. He's actually made it. Single. I have a lot of single characters. I just realized that. Yeah, because if I go to the official pairing, here's all the official pairings. You got the high mage and her dragon, Yuna. Well, you got the mages and the dragons, Kira and Mira and Soren. Her big sister and Ryan, and the low-key one of their aunt and her dragon. And then you got the canon characters that are right now my pairings, but if I get staff members, their pairings will also show up. But Dante has a girlfriend, Inuyasha has a mate, Kurama / Yoko has a mate, Virgil has a mate, Susumu, as well as his father, are made to one girl. Oh god, the threesomes. Oh god. Which, yeah, if you haven't noticed, I unintentionally added that. So Rose can also be with Cinta, which will really f things up, because Cinta hates his brother, and I mean literally hates his brother, because he's always been in his brother's shadow, because Kurama was a better thief. But believe it or not, Cinta got to Rose first. She just happened to mate with his brother, which pisses him off more. Oh god. Yeah, I did that for more drama. To add the Kurama and Senta relationship like that. I did that for drama purposes. But I'm saying this is Yoon's, Yoon's true form. I mean, he is a black dragon. And this was a cute, drawing I did. Yes, I did trace over another artwork. Deal with it. Well, technically, I traced over it for Soren in the body of Ike's younger sister. I changed it to be my character with Soren. And then I redrew it again to update it. Shit. Ugh. This was an edit of a manga. This again was a redrawing or a trace over artwork. I'm going to have to redo it to my updated style eventually. And this is me actually drawing on paper because I can't draw canon characters. Oh, I have a hard time drawing anything. Fan pairings for any pairings that is not official but for fun. Families, which I listed the parents and the kids, as well as the sisters and the brothers. You got Devil May Cry 1 with Nero. Yes, I'm filling this part out. Which, I'm not even sure how this would work. Unless Nero goes through the human portal, it ends up in the timeline where Devil May Cry 1's Dante is there before he comes to Elyasia. That would be an interesting one-shot. Obviously, the twins. Them again, because I just wanted more pictures of them. This one, I'm not sure if it actually is Dante and Virgil. I think this actually might be just Dante. But I'm not 100% sure. No, literally, I don't know. I would have to go to that website and actually find out. And then you got these two. The vampires turned dragons. Screenshots from the thing. Artwork. See, if it's just screenshots from the anime / manga, I'm not going to put who it's from. Or there's not going to be question marks or who drew the picture. It's just going to be the two characters. This was an artwork, so obviously it gets question marks. This is from the show. This is artwork. Artwork, obviously, that I really want to play with. See, I really want to play with this one. This artwork's really pretty. I like this one. And that's all. Groups. I've only got one group. Which I'm having a Sirius in Rodon. Because Sirius is a black dog. Rodon is a white wolf. Literally. He's a white wolf. Sirius is a black dog. Why didn't I just put his species here? Because he's basically a dog demon, like Inuyasha or like Susumaru, except his humanoid form is, well, can you guess who? Uh, yeah, I should put his species there. Because he's a white wolf. He's a black dog. Which, yes, technically I know this is a wolf. But for my purposes, I'm saying it's a dog. So, nah. Well, technically, nah. Uh, other than that, I don't know. Also, as you know, there's no photos in this chapter. I don't know of any good photos to put here. The next one will have a photo. The next one will have a photo. I think this one has photos. Yeah, it has a photo. Well, it also introduced... Well, I think that introduces that character. I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have suggestions or in the comment section below, you can correct my errors and I will copy and paste it in the chapter. Which obviously at the end I will give credit if you guys want me to give credit. If not, then, well, I appreciate it. I know I may sound like I'm joking and everything, but I do appreciate any form of help I get with this project. Because it's going to be a never... I don't know when I'm going to stop doing this project. Because Lynn's Otherworld, which is which I'm using as a reference. Because if you don't know, this idea actually came from Lynn's Otherworld. Her chapter prologue was actually only 5 chapters. And photo heavy. Her first one is like 26 chapters. I don't think Arc 1 is going to be over 20 chapters. If so, it's going to be like 22 chapters. And that's because I gotta do more. I gotta set it up for Arc 1 or Arc 2. But anyways, peeps, leave me a like, a comment, a subscribe if you haven't, like always, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Bye bye!